Evening again, and welcome back to the channel. So tonight I'm going to be doing video 2 of a 5 video series, which is the top 5 best guitar apps for the iPad. So this is video 2, and this is in my opinion, the 4th best guitar app. The last time out we did the 5th best in my opinion, which was IK Multimedia Amplitude. You'll probably be surprised. Yeah, that was the most expensive app. It had a horrible reverb. The sounds weren't great. Yeah, very, very, very disappointing. So what we've got at number 4 then? For number 4, we've got this Line 6 mobile pod. But before I get into this, I'll just go through the equipment setup again, which is going to be the same for all of these videos that I do this week. It's a Fender Player Stratocaster, 3 single coils, a Fender lead going into an PreSonus Audio Box 1 USB interface into a 7th generation iPad, which has got the Lightning connector. I'm mic'd up into channel 1 so you can hear my voice. The guitar's in input 2, channel 2. And that's about it. So here we are. Anyway, so video 2, guitar app rank number 4 out of 5, Line 6 mobile pod. Now, this is a strange one. This is a 12-year-old app for a kickoff, and it hasn't been sort of updated for about 6 years, which is strange. So Apple seem to have, not Apple, sorry, Line 6 seem to have sort of jumped off the boat where it comes to, iPad guitar apps. Don't know why that is. I don't know why there's nothing to do with Helix on there. Price-wise, this is the second most expensive of the 5 apps. This is £20, but what you do get is you actually get everything for this app included in that £20. So I guess compared to Amplitude and compared to Bias Effects, it's probably cheaper. But anyway, £20. So there you go. The reason, that's probably the reason I put it above Amplitude as well. That besides the reverb being terrible on Amplitude, I think this is a lot better value for money. I really like the user interface on this as well, and the sounds are pretty good. The tone's pretty good. But anyway, let's get into the video. So first things first annoyance with this, you always have to select the input. So I'm going to select input 2. And sorry if you can sort of hear the clean guitar, or there's a bit of a delay on the signal. Don't know why that is, but just bear with. So, immediately that's, pretty. This is a pretty heavy sounding, I think, guitar app. Common with Line 6, it excels with very heavy stuff and very clean stuff. So these are just a few of the patches that are sort of singled out. The way that you can select the tones is a bit clunky. It's just kind of in alphabetical order, and you can't really do, it's not, I would like sort of like a blues or like a rock sort of category, but you can't really do that. It's a bit rubbish. So yeah, don't know what's going on there. So anyway, what I've done is just beforehand, I've just selected a few of my favorites. Now, this is a good one. I mean, if but first of all, let's use the tuner. Really good tuner on this one. play it. Anyway, so yeah, it's a nice clean one. Alive. Let's go through a few of the presets. Spread high gain. Brit OD. Anyway, so for that, I digress. So for that £20, you know, what do you actually get? The answer is quite a lot, I think. You know, if we go to the gear on here, what have we got? You know, so these are all the amps that you get, you know, ranging from Fenders, Marshall type, Cali Crunch, you know, Mesa Boogies, AC15, AC30, AC30 Top Booster, Fuzz Box. This, you know, spoiled for choice really when it comes to amps. That's impressive. When it comes to effects, you know, couple of choruses, compressor, delay, couple of flangers, overdrive, reverb, rotary, rat, emulator, tremolo. Not a great selection. What we've got there, we've got 5, 10, 15. Probably wouldn't use the wah. There you go, you got 15 effects. Which is a bit stingy compared to the other ones. I mean, not as stingy as Amplitude, but you know, there's a fair. Let's get back to the tones here and switch back to that. Let's have a mess about with the delay. Let's turn the delay on. Don't know why that's on. Not on. Off. Sorry. On. Anyway, so what else do you get in here? Gear, settings. Yeah, so you've got like an audio buffer. I've got mine set at the lowest latency, 2 milliseconds. Not really a problem with latency on this. What's this? You've got music where you can add stuff from your playlist. Probably wouldn't use that. So yeah, I mean, with this, I think the presets, the way the presets are organized is a bit rubbish. You know, you can just select some, put it in your favorites, but the actual filtering, it's not very intuitive. You know, going back to the UI, let's go gear. Yeah, it's not the most. There we go. So we're back to that. Yeah, so it's very it's very line 6y, you know. So you've just got sort of very digital UI type displays. You know, you haven't really got the amp dials, but I like the way that it tells you, you know, quite bluntly what the settings are for each of the things. I like the way it's got a boost feature as well on like most of the amps. Let's have a mess about here actually. Let's go AC30, which is pretty clean. Rack up the gain. Kick the boost in. Now, can we put some sort of a drive on the front of that? Compressor. Yeah, it is limited when it comes to overdrives. You've got an overdrive and you've got the cheese, and that's it really, isn't it? So let's try and tube screen with that up a bit. Yeah, I mean, this is why this is at number 4 in the list. You know, the tones aren't really that inspiring, if you ask me. They're sort of very heavy, thick sounding, too thick sounding, I think. Just go through a few of these presets that I've sort of liked again. You know, either very heavy or very clean. Move like jacket. Sweet Child of Mine. Huh? That's nice. Using one of the Line 6 amps as well. We Will Rock You. Not very convincing, is it? Yeah. As you know, it's pretty, a bit like Amplitude, really. It's pretty meat and potatoes. You know, it's usable, but I mean, there's definitely not enough on the effects side of it for me. You know, the other apps in this video series have got more. What else? Struggling, really. Yeah, basically Amplitude and this one, they basically turned us off straight away. I mean, that was £50. You know, for those two apps. You know, £30 for Amplitude. You got next to nothing for that, and £20 for this. Although you do get everything available in the app, there's not a lot available in the app. Yeah, it just seems to be a bit of a forgotten about app. I guess everybody else has moved on to, I don't know why they would move on to it, but Amplitude or, you know, bias effects, something else. What else? That's about it, really. It's another short video because, if I'm being honest with you, this is a pretty uninspiring guitar app. You know, I've gone through, I've picked a few favourites in the presets. I've messed about a lot with the guitar amps. But for me, it sounds good clean, it sounds good really, really heavy, but there's nothing in the middle. And I'm starting to waffle again, so yeah, it's going to be another short video. You've probably noticed by now, but I haven't reviewed, you know, the built-in guitar amp app for GarageBand yet. That's going to be, I think that's going to be number 3 on my list, which is the one I'm going to do next. So, which is, you know, it's a free app, so a lot of people will be surprised about that. But I think it's got a lot of things going for it, which I'm going to, you know, be covering tomorrow, hopefully. So yeah, I think even if you're a Line 6 fan, I think you'll be disappointed with this. I don't know why Line 6 haven't got a new app out. You know, why they haven't released a new iPad guitar app in 12 years is beyond me. This has shown its age. It's the UI is pretty retro. The tones are pretty basic, and I just don't think you get enough for the money even for £20. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Tune in again for number 3 in the series, where I'll be reviewing the 3rd best guitar app for the iPad.